We begin tonight with breaking news. A second tugboat has capsized on the St. Lawrence River in Cornwall this evening. The first went under this afternoon. Both boats were trying to move a crane into place that will help with the demolition of the Seaway International Bridge. This is where the boats are running into trouble right off the coast of Cornwall's downtown. The bridge is being dismantled piece by piece over the course of 2 years. CTV's Matt Skube is just back from Cornwall with some exclusive footage. Matt.
Patricia, it was a dramatic scene on the St. Lawrence Seaway today. Crews were attempting to position a barge underneath the Seaway International Bridge so they could start taking it down, but the current was too strong for the tugboats and it almost led to tragedy. Hours after a tugboat capsized in the St. Lawrence River, things go horribly wrong again. A second tugboat slams into a barge and gets pulled under by the current. 7 workers on the boat sent scrambling. 2 of them end up in the river. Eric Sunday was one of them.
It sucked it right in the front like this, and then he tried to give it gas to go forward. But once it locked in here, there's no chance.
Sunday was rescued by a safety boat. The other man also rescued by emergency crews. Those on board the barge say a man was trapped inside the sinking tug.
Especially a tugboat captain that got pinned inside there. He's out. So.
But he's okay, right?
Yep.
He was stabilized on the barge and taken to hospital with what crews on scene say is a broken ankle. Crews were attempting to stabilize the barge with the crane on it because the only thing holding the barge in place right now is that big metal pole that goes down into the ground underneath the water. They were attempting to bring a wire from the back of the barge and tie it onto a pier of the old bridge that would hopefully keep the barge in place for now. But the crews say that the tugboats they were using weren't strong enough to deal with the current in the St. Lawrence River, as the first tugboat earlier also had issues.
They tried to get a little closer and the current took over. And it grabbed the side of the barge and just pulled the tug with it.
2 men were rescued from that sinking tug earlier in the day. That boat is still in the river, slowly being pushed down by the current. All workers are accounted for, and with only 1 minor injury, they know it could have been much worse. How thankful are you that all the crew and everyone's okay?
Very.
Now, no one from the company overseeing the project would speak to us as we were leaving the scene. The rest of the workers on the barge were being brought back to shore. Without the barge being anchored to the pier, there is the possibility of it moving down the river, but crews won't be able to do anything until at least the morning. Patricia.
All right, we'll be keeping our eye on that situation. CTV's Matt Skube reporting live tonight. Thank you.
You're welcome.